So let's move to our third part of the announcement. So I want to introduce myself again. Liad Ofek, Director of Product Management from our enterprise team at Cisco. And in this section, I'm going to talk about the third part of our DNA virtualization announcement we have done here at Cisco Live. I've talked about the branch, the co-location. Now let's focus on the cloud, and specifically infrastructure as a service cloud environment. So many organizations are starting to use infrastructure as a service locations such as Amazon or Microsoft Azure, moving their workloads and application over there to serve either their development team or actually production servers to their customers. Now what it means is that they need to extend their network into the cloud, and the requirements are to maintain the same policy, the same capabilities that I had on my own private data center into the cloud. So the way to do it is actually deploy our cloud services router, the CSR 1KV, which has been available on these cloud providers. We actually will announce additional more cloud providers in the next few months. But now you can either go to an Amazon marketplace and launch a CSR, or you can go to Microsoft Azure. You can either bring your own license when you pay through your partner together with the rest of the infrastructure, and really manage it in the exact same way as you're going to manage a router in your data center or the branch. Use the exact same policies, same features, such as application visibility control, IWAN, security, VPN services into the cloud. So it's going to look exactly as another data center from your overall networking architecture. What we have done, which is new in this area, are several enhancements. First one is enhancement to performance. So now the CSR can go to really high speed on an Amazon cloud up to 5 gigabit per second, VPN encrypted traffic. This is very unique to the market. We also give you very different licensing options. You can pay hourly through the marketplace at Amazon, or you can bring your own license, or you will be able to pay annually directly from the Amazon marketplace with full tax services from Cisco. What we also done is we automated and implemented a scalable VPC deployment at Amazon called Transit VPC. And I'm going to explain it to you that in a second in more details. So first, let's talk about the CSR and what does it mean to extend your network into the VPC. So the CSR is a virtual router. The same iOS release that you run on a physical router can run virtually in the cloud. Right? We have the same thing for the branch with our ISRV. CSR runs in the cloud. It has all the set of features you would have in iOS. VPNs, AVC for visibility, IPSLA, QoS, all the same set of functionalities can now run in your VPC. What we've announced with Amazon is the Transit VPC design, right? Amazon offers you to create multiple VPC areas around the world, right? Some services you want to run in Europe, some maybe in Asia, some in the US. But they're all part of your same network. So you want to connect them all together, because I may have a user in the US that may need access some VPCs in Europe. So how do I make sure I have the right routing infrastructure across these VPCs? Cloud infrastructures have some limitations of how they can transit between VPCs and extend routing updates. So we've worked with Amazon and introduced this Transit VPC concept, which is very similar to what we talked about security exchange. This is creating a DMZ in the cloud itself. But we also automated all the routing between these VPCs, enabling you to very seamlessly and automatically connect to your multiple VPC from that Transit VPC, which you can go directly from your data center or from your branches.
This is an alternate to the way that you would do it using native Amazon stuff, basically. Yes. Instead of stitching together, building a hub and spoke set of VPCs within your world, you would, again, build a Transit VPC that's housing nothing but CSR 1000 Vs, looks like a pair of them for redundancy.
And maybe you can add some firewall if you want to do that into the same, but exactly that. And also it's automated through Amazon. So all the Lambda tools and other, we had some scripts that can fully configure that CSR. You don't need to go to CLI and start creating all the routing. It can be automatically configure all the routing you need between the Amazon gateways on each VPC and that Transit VPC CSR.
So for the Lambda function, that makes it sound like I could stand these up and tear them down on the fly, just dynamically, because I need to stitch this connection up to this third party.
Right. As I mentioned, it's available on an hourly basis as well, so you can just put it for several hours or several days and take it down.
So it's kind of like old school B2B VPN, except it's all happening in the Amazon cloud using Amazon constructs.
In a multi-location environment, yeah.
So there you have 3 VPCs and you have 2 transit routers in the middle. What are you using to get from the VPC into the transit VPC? Is this the Amazon gateway, or do I?
It can be an Amazon gateway. That would work fine, and it's automated. You have an option to put a CSR there if you want to add some additional functionality that we have in iOS. You don't have to. You can just stay with the standard Amazon gateway that will connect to the CSR with the standard VPN connectivities. Or you can get extended functionalities with deploying CSR there as well.
So Amazon gateway really can't get you from one VPC to the other. Right. You have to build a VPN tunnel across the public internet to get into the.
Right, and the CSR will handle all the routing updates on top of this VPC. Yes, exactly. But it's automated. Again, you don't need to worry about how to make it happen. Fully automated. So we simplified it. Okay, I want to talk about the other section of the announcement on the CSR, which is the performance. And I'm happy to announce you can all go and search for a Myricom report that really has tested the CSR in different use cases. Cloud, private cloud, our enterprise NFV at the branch with ISRV. And you can see that we got to up to 20 gig of traffic on a single x86 server using 3 CSRs. So you can really expand that if you want to get to these speeds. 5 gigabits if you run on a large instance type on Amazon. So I encourage all of you and our audience to go to that and check it. We're really proud of the performance we're able to achieve with the CSR along the years.
So the 20 gig figure is really a figure for 3 instances, the aggregate throughput of 3 instances running in parallel on one box.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I want to conclude the session with some examples from our users and customers on all these 3 elements. The first use case, we spoke about the branch. So we're working with a financial organization which says, I want to enable a fully virtual branch. So they are taking ENCS, deploying at the branches, and running virtual router, virtual firewall, and they leave the rest open for any future services. In their case, they're saying, hey, I'm going to put this platform, and I'm not going to touch it for the next 10 years. Everything is now virtually. On the co-location center, there's another large financial organization here in Europe that is at the phase of actually rolling out our secure agile exchange at Equinix co-location facilities. Leveraging the virtual DMZ at the co-location with multi-vendor VNFs, such as load balancers from F5, Citrix, Avi Networks, our virtual routers for VPNs, WAN optimization, and firewall, both from Cisco and from other vendors. And the last one is actually a customer, Adobe, which has a public case studies available for you, where they have a Transit VPC use case. So they are fully leveraging Amazon infrastructure across multiple VPCs, and they needed to connect them all together. So they are using a Transit VPC automated through Amazon, leveraging the CSR 1KV to connect all these VPCs together. So again, a case study is available on our site. So just to summarize it, we also have, I want to touch here some services offered from Cisco. So our advanced services team we talked about can work with you either in the branch or in the co-location facility. They can assess what are the requirements, what type of hardware do you need, how much capacity, 6, 8, 12 cores, ENCS or UCS. So both assessment, design services for the branch or for the co-locations are available from advanced services, and then complete solution support, including third-party from our attack, available for both solutions, branch and co-location. So I want to finalize, we're very excited to announce this new announcement of DNA virtualization here at Cisco Live, with eventually provide our customer, along with our digital network architecture, the ability to simplify their operations, quickly roll out services at the branches or the co-location, achieving agility, flexibility, consistency of policies across their physical infrastructure and virtual infrastructure, fully automated with our controller or cloud partners. So thank you very much for your time. And here we conclude our session.